Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power to live a better life. Just know that love and joy and peace is one in all of the same space. That you were chosen just like God. Can mine, can mine. How can mine your energy? That's right. How can mine say? Only you can make the change. How can mine share your energy? How can mine shine so bright from darkness to light. From darkness to light. Yeah. And you'll find your way out. Yeah. Oh, it won't seem way out. Yeah. The power of God will flow through you from way out.
Welcome. This is Akamajan Energy, and thank you for your time today. Today, we are going to be reviewing a video interview by Timford, aka T3M Me, and he is going to be discussing his leave from America to Africa. We're going to be interviewing. They're going to be coming to the channel on this Friday. I still have to put the link up, so please look forward to it. And they're going to be discussing a lot of like the developments as they have been going on. I mean, this is a very dynamic family in Africa that are doing big things in Africa. A lot of times you hear a lot of negativity about this family. You know, they were pretty much known for, you know, the as a father giving the popsicle to the baby liked it and he just gobbled it up, and it was really funny, you know. That was like their kind of debut as like, you know, a couple, and then that thing went viral. And then they took the money that they earned and they decided to leave the country and go to Africa. So in this video, we're going to find out what made them actually leave the country, what was going on. So I wanted to like talk about this because, like I said, this is a country, this is a channel that is discussing all different types of subjects, you know, when it comes down to it. And right now, with Tanzania being on the forefront, you know, you're hearing about this man who unalived his girlfriend. But, you know, that's the first time you're hearing about Tanzania is that type of information. But I wanted to show, because they are in Tanzania, other sides of this. Because when you only hear about like what's going on over there, you hear negative. So I wanted to show like some positivity because there's so much negative out here. So let's go into what this live stream. I think it's a very great story. Let's go.
Since we last talked, I've been waiting for you to hit me up and say, let's go.
Oh, come on. You know I was going to hit you up.
Yeah,
bro.
I knew. But I was just like, you know, I knew you had stuff to do. My time was going to come, bro. I was patient.
Sure, man. Finally we're starting. But today's episode took so long to set up, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Poorly.
But I appreciate you being patient with me, brother.
You're welcome, brother. I appreciate the opportunity, man. I'm here to chill. I'm just ready to talk.
How you feeling today, brother?
I'm great. I can't complain, man.
Oh, yeah?
How about you, man?
I'm chilling, bro.
Good.
Family good, though?
Family's good, bro. Family's good. They good.
Tell your wife I said hi. Yeah. Damn. I just hope she's not on my case.
The first thing I noticed is that you see how clear English this guy speaks. I think a lot of times we get afraid to go to other countries because we think that we're not going to be able to communicate. And this young African man is able to speak very clear English. That is one misconception about Africa that people think. They think that when they go over to this country, they're going to be encountering a bunch of people that cannot speak English. There are several countries in Africa where people speak multi-languages. So that is one thing I do want, one misconception that I do want to, you know, stop. You know, I've been to South Africa. Everybody spoke English. They would actually make a joke like, I don't speak English. And they'd be speaking to him like, okay, ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? So that's one misconception about Africa. I do want to stop there. Let's go.
You late, bro?
Nah, she's okay. She understands. We got to work sometime.
Oh, yeah?
It's a part of it.
For sure, bro. We gotta prioritize that shit always, dog.
For real.
Speaking of, I got a stupid question, dog.
A stupid question. First?
Yeah.
My boy said stupid question off the bat. Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right. Because, like, how I came up to finding this question was I was just scrolling on the internet and I just got shocked by it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when it's a relationship question.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, if your girl cheats on you
Mm-hmm.
with another girl,
would
you be pissed off?
What?
Like, if that happened, if that could happen, would you be pissed off?
That's the first question.
Yes.
Honestly,
Honestly,
that's not gonna happen. That's not possible. Like, what? if
okay, prior before your wife.
Before my wife?
Yes.
That's not happening. That's not possible. You can't come. Nah, bro, you can't come after me. You're not going to a woman. Like, that's not an option. That's
all right.
Nah.
All right.
Nah. That's disrespect. Like, you what?
No, maybe I don't know. Just sometimes it just happens when you're with somebody. Maybe you're with them in that period where maybe they were figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
And then it just happened that they saw a shorty and they're like, I want that.
Yeah, nah, bro. That's not nah.
But if it was to happen,
yes, you gone. Like, what's the point of nah?
Yeah, you're pissed.
So another stigma here, let's break that up, is that that they don't have anything like that going on in Africa. So he's asking right off the rip, if your girl wants to be with another girl, would you be down with that? So another stigma that people would think was that in Africa they don't have LGBT communities. So let's go.
Well, yeah, of course you get cheated on by that'll piss you off. Yeah, definitely. But nah, bro, that won't happen, man. That's a crazy question to start with, for real.
I had to get it out the way.
You was scrolling like, okay, that's a good hook. I see what you did.
No, it's not even a hook, bro.
It is. It's not, but it is.
When this episode starts, going to start with the trailer.
Yeah.
My podcast's good, bro.
Yeah.
What are you talking? I don't need a hook.
You do need a hook. That's a part of it, nigga. That's the scheme.
Guys, welcome back on another episode of the No Trolling Podcast.
Trolling.
This is episode 84, bro. Oh my God. And in the studio today, we got a father, entrepreneur, real estate investor, first American on the No Trolling Podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm honored, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Husband, of course, a father. Man, how long do you see yourself waiting to have another child, bro?
That's a good question. Honestly, it's up to me, bro. I got to do some more healing and make some more money.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like I need to go a little bit deeper and overcome some stuff. And then I'll be ready to bring a third one.
So give us some context of what made the Timford we see today. His name is Timford, by the way.
Yeah. Context. How far you want me to go back?
Let's start from when you started understanding yourself as a man.
I would say it's ironic. I told you this is episode number 84.
Yeah.
And that was my number in high school when I played football, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was like crazy. My number. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Destiny to happen, guys.
Hey. And then my Twitter number at the time was 84 Forward Focus.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was deep in 84.
Them cringe usernames, yeah. Everybody went through that era, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
So I would say it was around that time, honestly, bro. Around that time when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I would say it was my 10th grade year, bro. And I knew at that time I was auditioning for a talent show at my high school. Talent show, bro.
You wanted to act, bro?
Yes.
Oh,
I wanted to do everything.
Shit.
So I auditioned for this talent show and I became what's the word? It was a model. I became a model, and then when I became a model, one of my brothers that was like a mentor, somebody I used to talk to.
Yeah.
He was the host. So he was the host, and we was at we was at practice every other day. And while we was at the practices, I was just jumping, like he wasn't there because he was busy. So I was doing what he would do, just up there joking and playing. And long story short, bro, he ended up getting suspended on a few days before the show. I'm in the 10th grade, bro. And my teacher puts me to host a talent show in front of all of my peers, bro. I'm like in the 10th grade and I got 12th graders and my adults, 11th graders, all of them above me, and I got to host a show.
Yeah.
I did it, bro, and I killed it.
Congrats.
Asante, bro. And so I've been here on this journey ever since. When I did that, I was like, I know I'm going to have my own show one day. So from 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I was a host of the talent show. And when I graduated, I was always focused on making sure I created my own show one day. I knew this would be my destiny. So I just kept working towards it, bro. And at some point it came, and now we here, bro. So that's how it started.
Damn.
Yeah.
This guy's been living in Tanzania for almost 5 years now. Since 2020, right?
Yeah, 2020. It's almost 6 now, bro.
6,
it's
yeah.
2026.
It's also basically
Happy
6.
New Year, bro.
Happy New Year. Oh, damn. People seem to say that. Shit.
Hell yeah. Why y'all?
Harry Yamuka
Hell y'all come.
Harry Yamuka Mpia.
Harry
Yamuka Mpia.
Child, you ain't figured that out yet. You been in there.
Dogo.
Okay. Harry
Yamwaka.
Yamuaka.
Yeah.
Yamuaka
Mpia.
Yeah. Come on.
Asante.
You know what that shows? You know what that shows?
It's pretty ironic because
no, he been there for 5 years. You know what that show? He been there for 5 years and he still ain't mastered the language. That means that you can be there, speak English, and still get by. That's another point. Let's go.
People troll me for not knowing Swahili, bro. And I'm out here teaching Swahili to niggas. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all be out here thinking I don't know Swahili, man. But yeah, this dude's been living in Tanzania for almost 6 years now. And I really want to know what pumped that journey, man, and what made you stick. Did you leave Tanzania after 5 years?
I never left, bro.
What made you stick by this country, bro? And you know how the hustle is tough, people being hypocrites and shit.
Yeah.
Like, how are you dealing with it? What made you settle down here, bro?
Man, so when we came, it was the height of COVID pandemic.
Okay.
And the George Floyd situation happened at the same time. We all remember George Floyd. What happened when he got killed in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So living in that environment, bro, it's something that happens every single day, even now.
In America.
There's more people have been killed the same way, if not worse. So I knew that it could potentially be my life if I stayed in that environment. And I just had my son when that happened. So I was like, nah, something has to change. So our lease was about to be up in our apartment. And my wife and I, we went house hunting. And we felt like anywhere we went in that environment, we would not be safe. Yeah. We have to tuck our black in and not really be able to be ourselves because, they crazy. It's a lot of crazy people over there. Sometimes it's white people and sometimes it's our own people too, bro. Like it's some craziness going on. So we was like, where can we go? So we didn't feel safe anywhere. So my wife and I, we prayed and asked, what should we do? And this woman had a dream and she saw the mountain of Kilimanjaro in her dream and heard God tell her in her ear, pave the way. So she told me about the dream and we said, okay, let's make it happen. And after that, it took us probably 3 weeks, three weeks to a month, bro. We sold everything. And what we couldn't sell, we gave it away, got on the flight, and came and haven't looked back yet, bro. And we locked in. I've been able to do that because that is the mission and the dream that my wife got. So it's bigger than me. I'm paving the way for more people that want to get out of that environment, bro. So I'm living my life as an example to show them, like, if we come back to Africa, this is what we can do. We can end up coming over here and using our gifts over here. So that's why I keep going.
Do you feel more free down here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, bro. That's why I haven't been back. I'm homesick. I miss my family. I love them a lot, bro. I used to be very entwined with my family. But now that I'm here, I escaped hell, bro. I escaped. Shit. I escaped. Literally, I almost went to jail before I came. Because,
what?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I did go to jail, actually. I beat a charge, like, because I was just, bro, I was ignorant, man. Music has a huge influence on how we act, bro. We don't know that, but some of us do. So
music is a big influence.
Big influence, bro. So long story short, bro, I was listening to some music, bro, and I was late to work, and somebody was in traffic, and they was blowing their horn at me. So
you got pissed.
I pulled a gun out.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, it's like that. I didn't shoot him, but I showed him, like, leave me alone. Like, I'm busy. Stop playing. Damn. Bro, they called the police. followed me. The police came to my house, took me to jail, bro. That was the dumbest decision I ever made in my life, bro. The dumbest.
Damn.
Bro, I get home, I was so sick. But yeah, it was a dumb
What
decision.
was going on in your head when that happened? Like,
bro, which part?
The getting arrested,
bro.
Did you feel like you was gonna get shot and shit?
No, I didn't think of. Well, honestly, I didn't think I was gonna get shot, but I thought the police was gonna try to hurt me. Because when I was getting arrested, another one came on the other side of the car and tried to grab me. I'm like, no, bro, you don't gotta grab me. He good. One is enough. I know I'm going to jail, man. We don't gotta do that. So, yeah, man,
bro.
Yeah, that was a
American life, bro.
Yeah. What's
the first thing you did when you came to Tanzania, bro?
The first thing I did when I came to Tanzania. What's the first thing we do?
Of course, get an apartment. And stuff.
Yeah.
But to get yourself sorted with work and money and everything.
Man, we tried to. Dang, that's a good question. It's been so long, bro.
Yeah, 6 years.
It's been a long time. What do we do first? I don't even remember, Sean. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It was a lot. I don't want to lie and flex, bro. I don't remember, bro. Man, when I hit the ground running. I don't want to lie, bro.
But okay, how about because I know you usually help other Americans that come down here, and you kind of influence them as well to how to navigate living in Africa and living in Tanzania in specific. But what do you usually like tell them when they do come down here?
I usually tell them to, man, take your time and don't get taken advantage of. And, learn the basics at least. At least learn how to count your money and negotiate.
Yep.
At least learn that. And if you're going to try to negotiate with people, always start half. It's like, you better go half.
You don't want to be called Mzungu down here, bro.
Hey, man, you got
Mzungu prices. You're crazy.
They're going to kill you. So I've learned a trick, bro. I always tell them buku. Like, if whatever it is, I say, shit got to be buku. They be like, buku? How you know buku? And no, bro, it's actually from Billy. But so yeah, I play that game with them.
Do you feel like being in Africa for this long has changed who you are personally? Like even how you parent your kid?
100%. 100%, bro. It has definitely changed. And it's helped me to see some of the things I still need to change. Because we have been trained over there in a way for us to be, it's not good, bro.
It's crazy how Americans view Africa or even Tanzania. They feel like it's one big ground and everybody is living in huts and shit.
Yeah.
And when Ashlee pulled up down here, and now they're like, oh, so this is how Africa looks like. Nigga, you have the internet, bro.
And that's the thing, though. It's not even on our radar. It's like,
really? It's
not even, bro, Africa is not mentioned. The only time they hear about Africa is when Trump putting a sanction on them. It's only negative. Literally, it's out of sight, out of mind, bro. So we fighting up against a lot. Niggas ain't even studying Africa, bro. Now they are, though, because of Ashlee helped, and the work that we've been doing have pioneered and paved the way. But bro, it's a mind game that's being played, bro.
Damn,
it's a mind game.
Do you feel like fatherhood has changed who you are?
Yeah. Fatherhood reveals some things that you have to work on, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to show you, bro. It's going to show
how
you.
How old were you when you had your first son?
Oh, 30. Oh, I think I was 25 or 6.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember you and your son. I saw a clip of you and your son.
Yeah.
And now when I went to your page and I saw it, I was like, I've seen this clip. He the meme was like, when your son figures out there's more to just milk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had a viral video with his son. Basically, the context, just to give you guys context, right? He was holding him, and then you eating was that ice cream?
It was a popsicle.
Popsicle, yeah. Back in America, right?
Yeah.
And he basically gave his son like a little taste.
Yeah.
And then after, like, he pulled back the popsicle, and the son was like processing, like, okay, hold on. Well, what? There's some good shit right here. And then he started like gobbling up, bro.
Man.
And you're like, hold on, homie, hold on.
Yeah.
Damn. When that went viral, what was going on? Like, what was going on?
I was working to create a show, bro.
Oh.
I was working to figure out what type of content I need to create. And my wife, bro, she's been a very important piece. Like this interview. Like
Yeah.
she's
her wife is the one who set this all up, actually. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah. Shout out to you, baby. We appreciate it. But yeah, she one, I was trying to figure out what type of content. I told you I was always focused on creating a show.
Yeah.
So every year, bro, I would meet somebody new, a new cameraman, and we would create something to try and build something.
Yeah.
You know, I take a year off and focus on other things or unintentionally, but I always gravitated back towards it. But so at this time, I was meeting a brother and we was trying to figure out what we're going to do, which way we're going to take it. And she told me, and I was doing motivational content.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing shorts, like trying to inspire people.
Okay.
And she told me that he had tried the popsicle a day prior. So she told me you should do a video of him trying to eat the popsicle.
Oh, so that wasn't okay. So it was organic, but also not organic at the same time.
She put me on. A little bit.
Damn.
So
okay.
I gotta give her credit. I ain't gonna sit here and say like I just thought about it. Nah.
Yeah.
She showed me love and pointed me in a direction to go.
Damn.
So when that happened, I started doing content about fatherhood, and it sort of grew from there.
Yeah, because like I remember when I was doing a little bit dig, I saw the T3 project, right?
Yeah.
T3 and me.
Yeah. That's the YouTube channel.
And that basically came from that viral clip.
So I'm like, okay, let me focus on my family and my son, since that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about motivational stuff, but it was just like, nigga, who are you? They didn't care.
Yeah.
So I learned that I needed to build something first, and then what I talked about would matter. So I just started letting them in my life, showing them me learn fatherhood and husbandhood and entrepreneurship. And then it changed to Africa, and now we here.
Let's talk about your project. Like what drives the project to keep on going, and what keeps you going to like keep pushing it?
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. I feel called, bro. Like this is what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like this is what God put me here to do, bro. Because I've always knew I would have my own show. I just knew it. And now I got one. So I got to do whatever I got to do to keep it going and keep it pushing. So no, this is my calling, bro. This is what God put me here to do. Because it's no coincidence that we have this easy access to create our own shows. Yeah. We didn't have this when I graduated, but I saw that one day we would be here and we would be able to do something like this. So I'm just walking in my calling, man.
Yeah, I could definitely tell you're a very spiritual guy, man. You're in tune with your spirituality. Yeah. How did that happen? Like, were you always like that since you were a child?
I would say it happened when I was a child. When I remember vividly, I was in the 4th grade. I was walking across a field to my grandmother's house. Okay. And I felt like I was by myself, and I felt like something be thrown on me, bro. And I almost buckled. And I looked around like, what was that? And then I just went on about my life. And I remember a little bit after that, I started bargaining with God. I'm like, hey, if I get on the roll next month, on our next report card, I get baptized. So I bargained with God and did that. So I got baptized, bro. So looking back at my life, I know that was probably the Holy Spirit coming on to me, bro. Yeah. Like that was me being chosen to do something, and I had to follow it from there. So there's been times where I can admit I haven't been as focused as I supposed to been as someone who's following God, who's being used by him. Yeah. Like I do make mistakes on this journey, even now sometimes. But I still know that, okay, there's a deep calling, something that I'm supposed to do. And over my life, people have always reinforced it. I've been different my whole life, bro. Yeah. So what I'm doing is in line with my life, bro. How it played out.
What do you think fatherhood taught you that nobody warned you about?
What did fatherhood teach me that nobody warned me about?
Let's say your parents didn't tell you about it. Now you can relate to your dad or mom, stuff like that.
The stress of always not feeling like you're doing enough, like because you know what you want to do, what you can do, but it's like certain barriers in the way that's holding you from getting there. Some of them are external, but a lot of them are internal too, bro. Yeah, like you know, we hold ourselves back more than the outside things.
Would you say you was too hard on yourself compared to how you are right now?
What you mean compare? I'm still hard. Oh, it's a father?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still hard on my bro. Every day I reflect on my relationship and what I've done with my children and my family, bro. And a lot of days I'm like, I could have did better. Like there's some days now, bro, where I will like be stressful and my son will ask me or say something and I will react as I'm taking him to school because I'm thinking about other stuff too.
Yeah.
And I'll react in a way where it's like kind of harsh. And all day while I'm at work, I'm like, I did my boy like that, man.
Yeah.
As soon as I pick him up, I'm like, look, son, earlier, my bad, man. I was a little preoccupied. I apologize for yelling at you, man.
There's people out here that like to demonize this couple. But as you can see, like, everybody, we're all human beings, and the fact that he's able to, it takes a lot to be able to transport your family from one country to another and create a whole new life. And I give a hats off to them for being so brave and then also bringing their story to the forefront, the fact they're unapologetically like showing like, listen, we took the leap, we did what we had to do, and it is what it is, so I just want to give them a shout out for that. The main reason why I'm showing this video is because we're going to be having them on the channel on Friday, and I really want you guys to make sure that you show up and come and support them. This is the link to the Friday live. Please come and check them out when they come on Friday. If you guys have any questions about going to Africa, repatriating, any question that you could think of, please come and join the live stream. Okay, so this is going to be happening. Let me just show this right quick. This Friday, so please add this to you guys' things to do on Friday. If you're interested in checking out Africa, seeing what Africa has to offer, please check out the live coming up on Friday. Much love. Let's go.
So yeah, that's one thing that I'm big on focusing on because I remember how I used to feel as a child going through that type of stuff. Yeah. So it helps me to see that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know about fatherhood because like I feel like I'd be excited to go through that journey and like raise a child.
Well, that's the thing. He's in real estate. He actually is he does real estate in Africa. His wife is a natural holistic practitioner. Nobody's asking him, he does have things where he teaches people how to repatriate and those things cost money, but what? Knowledge is power. You have to, why would you just give everything away for free? If you took the time out to learn something and you want to share your knowledge, you should charge because everybody wants everything for free and nothing is free. If I take the time out to learn something and I go through my bumps and bruises and I lose money in the process and you want to learn how I did it, why would I just give it to you when I had to go through bumps and bruises? So no, you pay for the knowledge, you pay for the information, you pay for my bumps and bruises so you don't have to go through them. Otherwise, you find out how to do it yourself and you go through your own bumps and bruises and you lose money along the way. That is what's really happening here. People want to say that that's scamming. Well, you have people like, I'm not going to say their name, that want to demonize this couple and say, they're scamming and doing courses on how to do stuff. Like, why would you not want to educate your fellow people? Also coming up on Monday, we're going to be having Dinas Demir. He's going to be also discussing, he has multiple trips coming back and forth in Africa. If you want to learn about that, that's coming up on Monday. So that's going to be a great show as well. So look forward to that as well. Dinas Demir coming on Monday and then T3 and me on Friday.
But I don't know what type of father I would be. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
But I know I'll give it all I can.
And that's all you gotta do, bro. This is tough. And fatherhood is gonna reveal some traumas that you have, bro. So it's gonna force you to work on yourself or you're gonna pass it down. You're gonna pass it down. And some things gonna come up that you didn't even know was there. And
shit.
so
I really hope I don't have like past trauma. Like,
well, what I would recommend is get help now before you get children.
But you don't know if you need it. So just go and talk to
That's
a
a good
therapist.
question.
Because like I just the last
good question.
The couple episodes back before this, I think like one episode before this one, I had a conversation with a therapist. Right, we were talking about past trauma, narcissism, and everything. Right, and I feel like, she told me sometimes you don't even know if you need therapy until you go.
Yeah, that's true.
So sometimes you can just like go, just knock on the door, pay a therapist like 2 hours or just an hour, and just sit with them and just tell them that, hey, I'm just here. I know I feel like I'm okay. But I just want to make sure if I'm okay.
Yeah, and that's a tricky thing. That's a tricky one too, because you could just go somewhere and they could just diagnose you, be like, you got this, so I need you to come back and let me sign you up.
Oh, but you gotta get a genuine therapist because they want more back from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
So I would recommend there's always spiritual leaders that God used, bro. Like there's always somebody around that God got in your corner that can help you get to that next level. So I would recommend getting the help from a person that you see doing what you want to do that's around you. If you see a father, if you know someone that's spiritual and you see the principles that they carry, talk to them and see if they'll counsel you, prepare you for where you're about to go, because they know how to prepare you for that. That's one thing that my wife and I did. We went to marriage counseling, and that helped us to sort of get prepared for what we was about to get into. So you can tell a preacher, someone that, I'm thinking about starting a family. What do I need to prepare for? I'm thinking about getting ready. What do I need to prepare for? Yeah.
I want to say this. You see how he's talking about his wife? A lot of these channels where they talk about marriage or whatever, you don't really get to hear many husbands that really genuinely love their wives. You get to hear husbands that have a wife in the background, but I'm believing in my mind, when I see people that are more African centered, I see more love in the relationship than I do see in some of these other relationships. And I mean, no offense, but I'm just saying, when I do see people that do center, like have like that kind of even whether it be spirituality or some level of like that spirituality that comes in, you'll see a difference in how they actually are talking about their wives. The wife is not just somebody on the side that is just doing just nobody. You hear him constantly like talking about how his wife is helping him, help even put together this interview. So shouts out to his Timford's wife. I can't wait to have them here on Friday to discuss like Africa, marriage, all these things.
They'll reveal some things to you based off questions, based off what y'all talking about sometimes. Okay. Yeah.
What is something you're intentionally doing right now that is different, like from how you were raised up? You something you're doing differently.
Being a present father.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My dad, he didn't live with me. I think I lived with my dad for summers, bro. Like I never really lived in the same house with my father.
So you never really knew him?
I knew him. I got his name and everything, but him and my mom, they never lasted. I never saw them together, never saw them married. So I never witnessed that dynamic. So I'm married. I'm holding on to that, and I'm a present father, bro. So that's something completely different from what I was raised up. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It's hard.
Like, how do you remember your father? Did he like motivate you in any way?
Yeah, he did. He's the reason why I'm an entrepreneur too, though. Like it's crazy. I didn't live with him, but he still influenced me because I watched him build a lawn company from the trunk of his car, bro. Dang. So basically, he went to prison. Okay. He got out of prison. Okay. He got a car. He bought it. You know what a lawnmower is?
Yeah.
He bought a lawnmower, put it in the trunk of his car, and a weed eater, and put it in the trunk of his car. And off of that, he went from not being able to get jobs in the city to the city calling him to cut grass for them. So he got a whole fleet of machines. That's creativity right there. Yeah, bro. So he taught me entrepreneurship and helped me to figure out how to maneuver in the world. Even though he wasn't there as a present father in the house, when I was around him, he was getting his money. he was working and showing me that this is what you need to do to survive, man. So when I did pick that up from him, I can say that.
We talked about your fatherhood. We talked about how you were raised up. What got you interested and to settle down with one woman? Marriage, and you got married at a very young age.
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got married?
I think I was 24, bro.
24. 1 year after that, a kid. What got you to settle down? You look like you're out there, bro. Tattoos and everything, bro. Dreadlocks and shit. Hey, not to assume, but
wait. wait.
Hey, I don't want to assume nothing, but just put it out there, bro.
Yeah, no, I was. I'll admit, I was out there, but I was out there and I knew it wasn't worth it, bro.
Oh yeah,
because I came from that. My father wasn't in the house. My mother was alone. And I saw the fruit and the result of what would come from that lifestyle, bro. Yeah. I lived in it. So I knew at a young age, before even though I was out there, you know, in my youthful lust, I still at the back of my mind knew like, no, I want to be a husband. I wasn't too out there. I was always like, nah, one day I'm gonna have me a family, bro. Like, nah, I'm not living like this.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I ran into her, bro, she was completely different from what I had ever imagined or seen in my life. So I moved from one city to another state. I moved from one city to another city, and she was in that city, and we ended up working together. And bro, we were working together, and all the women in the place were throwing themselves. I wouldn't say, I give some of them some slack, but it was a lot of them that was like, pick me.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, she was in the back chilling. And I'm like, what's she doing?
What's she doing, though?
Who is she?
It's always the one that don't give you nothing,
man.
bro.
I'm like, hold on. And then I started talking with her and we started chilling, bro. And I was like, okay, yeah. I almost didn't do it because I was young. I was scared. But I was listening to men of God. I had people around me that was like, nah, this is the way to go. And I always knew it. So I knew it was time for me to do it, bro, because I didn't want to live that life and end up creating children out of wedlock or all those type of things, bro. I wanted to do it right in that sense.
Man, you did it right, dog. Congratulations on that, bro. Congratulations.
Asante, bro.
That's crazy. Would you advise somebody to marry young?
That's a good question, Sean. I would, bro, but I would say please get some emotional maturity. Like you have to understand women, bro. You have to understand yourself. Like it's cool, but like you could potentially cause a lot of damage because you're not healed yet. And you just reliving your traumas with someone that you love, but you don't know how to express yourself because you don't even know what you're dealing with. So we really don't mature yet until we go through a lot of stuff. So you got to go through some stuff in order to be a good husband, father, and leader, bro. So, man, if you don't have it figured out while you're young,
just chill, bro.
No, I wouldn't say just chill because God will make you do it young too. I would just say get some good people around you that can hold you accountable.
Okay.
Get you some real men around you that's gonna hold you to that and be checking in with you and for you to help you get that done. Because it might be difficult to do it alone, especially if you never had an example of it. Yeah. A lot of us come from single homes. Yeah. So if you never seen it, it's gonna be hard for you to replicate. I mean, not replicate. It's gonna be hard for you to create that because you never seen it. So you got to make sure you have the right people and keep God in the middle as much as you can. Make sure y'all pray. Make sure y'all keep God in the center so it can stay strong. Because if you don't, it'll slip, bro.
What's something you had to unlearn to make you like a better husband?
Something I had to unlearn.
Yeah, have to unlearn that shit.
Honestly, I used to think, bro, that all you have to do is give a woman good sex and you straight.
What?
That's it. Like I think as long as you give her good sex,
you're good.
You're good.
You're good, bro.
Bro, it's a lot more than just good sex. You got to be emotionally available. You got to be mentally available. You got to be affectionate. You got to be soft. You got to be so many different things that we aren't even taught about. We just think it's
and some money a little bit,
bro. And some money. That's it, bro. Most women don't even like that, and we don't even know. We don't even know, bro. They don't like all that rough stuff, bro. They want to be held and gently touched and loved on, bro. They don't like that rough stuff. Some of them do, some of them don't. And some of them do mainly because of the porn that we've been exposed to. Yeah. And us as well. We want to do that because that's what we're exposed to. But you got to learn, bro. Women are so delicate, bro. And we don't even know. They like real flowers here, bro. And they like babies. They like big babies, bro. Yeah. And we don't even think of it like that. So we see them as our equals sometime, and we think that because they're big, but they really soft, gentle souls, bro, that we got to take better care of, man. We got to take better care of, bro.
I always tell people,
amen.
I feel like women complete men, bro.
They do, bro.
And the thing is, most people might call me stupid for saying that. Actually, people have called me stupid for saying that. But the thing is, like, I just enjoy treating a woman nicely.
Keep that.
You know? Because, like, I feel like growing up with a lot of women around me, you know, I've learned to cherish these people because they're really very delicate beings.
Yeah, bro.
And I feel like that was the beginning of me being a gentleman.
You was raised in it. Yeah.
But the funny story is, like, I used to fight with women growing up. Like, we called them the housemaids. Yeah, I used to, like, rumble on that motherfucker, bro. Like, yeah. But I was a child, you know? And when I used to be in school, I used to fight with my cousin as well. This girl. Yeah. Oh, my God, bro. It was
all
crazy.
The time.
And now I'm this guy who I would never put my hands on a woman, bro. Never.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, being a kid, bro. It's actually crazy. Man. So what business are you into right now?
So right now I'm into real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing that I'm doing. And I want to say content creation is the business because, bro, we got a lot of thinking to do to post on different platforms. So yeah, the real estate, the content creation, and my wife and I, we're doing herbal products. So my wife is an herbal product maker. So I'm helping her push those as well. She makes them and I talk about it and let the world know about what she's making for us.
How did you get into real estate?
So that's a good question. I just always took a liking to it, bro. And I knew, have you seen, you know Max Maxwell?
Max Maxwell, no.
He's right now he's in Zanzibar.
Oh yeah. I think some of my, was it you? Jordan. Jordan was the one who told me about Max Maxwell.
Yeah, Max Maxwell. So I was watching him, bro. He was showing in 2020, he was like, he was just showing his journey of like building a real estate company without any money. He was showing how you can just basically be the middleman. It was called wholesale real estate. So he basically was teaching us how to do it. And me watching him do it as a black man, it helped me to get focused and see like, okay, I can do it myself. So I ended up reaching out to him when he came over here too, bro. And we ended up talking. One day we're going to sit down and have a conversation. But yeah, I started because of seeing other people do it. And I knew it was a big opportunity in it, bro. I started in America. Yeah.
I feel like I also want to be, I low-key kind of, I'm trying to get into real estate as well in the sense of buying land and owning land. Because you can own land down here. Yeah. Especially as a citizen. I don't know about if it's the same.
Not for foreigners. We consider foreigners right now. Yeah. That can change at some point. Like we trying to come back home. I know y'all watching my boy No Trolling, man. Y'all watching Sean, so y'all help us out. There's some big people watching in some big places. So I'm here advocating for that. So we trying to change. Sure.
But like owning land is one of the biggest resources down here. Like when you own land, you can flip it in like 5 years and you can make millions out of it.
Yep.
So low-key, I've been trying to like get myself into buying land, owning a piece of land here and there.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something I want to venture in more. And in this year, I want to put so much energy and effort into it.
Yeah.
And also dive into investment. The last episode before this one is a guy who's a financial coach. He's also an investor in crypto and all that stuff.
Was it the guy on Instagram?
Yeah, Victor Muta, with the afro.
Yeah, I want to meet that guy, bro. I love how he do his thing, man.
Yeah, he's really smart. He's really good at what he does. Yeah. And he's definitely making a lot of money out of that. And he does like hosting and stuff like that. So I'm gonna shoot you some of the details. He's hosting something this weekend. He invited me, but I couldn't make it. But hopefully, just remind me later. I'm gonna hook you guys up.
All right, bet. Appreciate it.
So, yeah.
And I was gonna say, if you need help with real estate, that's why I'm here, bro. So you can focus on No Trolling. You just let me know what you want to do, and I can go out there and handle that for you. That's why I'm here, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're welcome,
brother.
You welcome.
I appreciate that. But just to like finish it off with this segment, I wanted to know: would you ever go back to America?
No,
never,
bro. I escaped hell, bro.
Say less.
I escaped hell.
So since he's on the Tanzanian test, let's play a game, bro. I want to play a game with you where we get to like rate you how Tanzanian are you? You've been living here for 6 years now. Let's see your Tanzanian, right? Shining her. We want to see.
All
right? Okay. Nakubali. But I want to teach you a slang I like to use. Nakubali. Say that.
Nakubali.
Yeah. So that's basically we're good.
We
chill.
Safi.
It's like Nakubali.
Baridi barafu. Hey. You weren't expecting no. Bro, I guess I passed the test.
Oh my God. Hell no. Hold on. Okay. So this is how we're basically gonna give him statements and stuff like that and see how he handles it. As we're trying to get to know his TZ side, basically. Okay.
Let's go.
Ugali, yes or no?
Ugali.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah? What is he talking about?
Deal.
You ever had kisamfu?
Kisamfu? No, I haven't. Is it a type of fish?
No, it's like vegetables.
Maybe.
What's kisamfu in English, dog? Do you know that? I forgot.
So it's like cassava leaves.
Cassava leaves?
Oh, yeah, deal.
Cassava leaves.
Deal. Yeah, Tom Sana.
Oh, yeah? Nakubali. Nyama choma on the roadside or in restaurants?
They say sometimes the yama is paka, bro. So I Yambili.
I'm seeing this Tanzanian
Yambili, right? So nah, bro.
Restaurant.
It depends on which one though. Sometimes I stop, but if it's on the little rack, nah, I'm good. If they got the Mendoza.
They be sending cats. Yeah, but that's an old rumor though.
Bro, I heard, but I ain't even taking no risk. I can't afford that.
All right. Do you have a dollar traumatizing story?
Bro,
I know you be Tanzanian when you have that.
Bro, Makumbusho, bro.
Makumbusho, bro.
I was with my son one night, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't care. Bro, it was so bad. BB got knocked over. I tried to help her. She looked at me and laughed. She, I don't need your help, boy. Move. It's what we do. I was so
BB was like that?
Bro. I tried to help. I'm being a gentleman. She looked and laughed. She was like, boy, this ain't America.
We got it covered over here.
Bro, y'all crazy. I want to get some meta glasses and ride the bus.
Oh, yeah?
Bro.
That would be an experience, bro.
They would love that in America, bro.
Yeah, the struggle. Because like public transport is bad everywhere, bro.
Bro, it's terrible here. They don't care. I had my son in my arm, bro. They didn't care. They was like pushing us. I was like, chill. My wife was arguing. I'm like, baby,
relax.
Yeah, they don't even care.
Okay. Say one Swahili sentence that proves you lived here for long.
One Swahili sentence that proved. I just said baridi barafu. Mimi mchaga, bro. Mimi mchaga from Amoshi. Hey.
Oh, that's good.
Hey,
that's good. That's
what
good.
else can I say?
What else can you say? That's good.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
My Swahili kidogo. It might hit me later.
Yeah. So let's.
To show that you can like live in Africa and don't know how to speak a lick of African. Whether it be Swahili or whatever, he's able to still live there for 6 years. Don't speak a lick of it. He can say like hello and goodbye, and he's still able to be over there and thrive in real estate and different things. His wife as a herbal healer. People who know how to speak English in Africa. That's one big misconception. One huge misconception. They speak English, guys. Let's go.
What's your most Mzungu moment in Tanzania?
My most Mzungu moment. Elaborate.
Like the moment they made you feel like you're Mzungu for real.
Bro, I was at I was at somewhere in Together, bro, and there was some Maasais. Some Maasais talking to my wife.
Okay.
They was arguing with her saying I'm a white man, bro.
What?
They were like, no, he's Mzungu. No. And my wife, both of us from America, so she's just darker than me. They literally looking at me saying, nah, he's not one of us. He's Mzungu, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Say less. I feel like that's one Mzungu moment. Okay. Last one.
Mm-hmm.
What's one Tanzanian habit you picked up?
One Tanzanian habit.
You feel like it's Tanzanian? Dude,
that, bro. That. No, y'all don't do the head. It's the eyebrows. You don't move the head. That's how you say what's up to people. That's one.
Yeah. Okay.
In America, we throw the head back. So you do the eyebrows and what else?
I'm pretty sure the dala is also like trying to like hustle your way to a dala.
And the badidi barafu, bro. That always mess people up, bro. The badidi barafu.
Who says that?
Bro, some people in Wazo. I live in the Wazo area. Yeah.
Wazo. Who's that?
To get there.
They be saying that, Birdie Barafu?
Hey, bro.
Damn.
I'm in the trenches.
Hey gang, don't go anywhere just yet. We still got more of the No Trolling podcast coming out.
What is
please support their channel, No Trolling Podcast.
For you. My weekly schedule. I'm most times, well, I'll say every morning I take my children to school.
Okay.
I gotta take them to school.
Children.
Yeah. I gotta
wait. You got more than one?
Yeah. I got a son and a daughter.
Whoa.
Yeah, my daughter was born here, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a super father, bro.
They laugh, my dog. What is he talking about? Hey.
That's the most Tanzanian thing.
Oh, yeah, the flick. Oh, shit.
That's it.
Facts. Yo, I did a dab with my dad, and he knew that.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
How'd you learn that? No, come on, son. I'm not that old. It's been running around town.
Yeah.
And like, I'm proud of you, Dad.
Yeah.
You're going with a lingo.
You're with us.
Yeah, you're with us.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, you keep going. Congrats,
Yeah.
a daughter and a son.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So yeah, I take them to school. Then I ride the Changia right now. I'm be honest. The Changia from
Changia?
Yeah, Bajaji.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the Changia Bajajis.
Hey, bro.
What they call him Changia?
Hey, bro.
Like everybody tips in.
Hey.
Okay.
Take that to Masaki. Then I go to the office and I do some real estate work. Then I do some content. Some days I edit the work. Some days I edit the content, or some days I just more so focus on the real estate for the day. Sometimes I have consultations where I talk to people about trying to come over here, and I have consultations with people who are trying to get real estate. I have a lot of Tanzanians now. They are looking to diversify. There's a lot of older men and women who have built things, and their younger children don't want it. Unfortunately, people want to stay in America or stay in Europe, and they don't want the assets that their parents have built.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah, though. Like a lot of people in Tanzania want to live this country and go to America and start a life.
Yeah, bro.
And they have this delusion. I don't know if I want to call it delusion or if that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I feel like it's a delusion to me, wanting to live a place where you can start a good foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And go to start as a foreigner in another country to build a life.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. And it's mainly because of the media, bro.
Yeah.
America is the biggest brand in the world. So it's a brand. That's all it is. So everybody think that they can go there and their life will be changed.
The American dream.
American dream. The whole nightmare, bro. Whole nightmare.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's just stick with Tanzania, guys. Let's hustle this country to make us successful.
It's doable, bro. It's
Yeah.
doable. You just gotta stop being so jealous of each other, envious, and work together, bro. It's doable. But people gotta put their pride aside and really get the work done, bro. Really do it.
Damn. Do you like working with people?
I love it, but there are some challenges. I love it, but there's a lot of challenges that come with it.
What's something that you went through that made you hesitate to work with different people?
A few things, bro. On this journey of me helping people come here, I've had people like you guys say, change color. Change color, bro. They they get to a certain level. I would help people get here and get set up, And then when they get set up, they turn their back and disrespect me. Yeah. Try to tear down what I've built. Try to ruin my platform because they think they can do it themselves. They think it's easy. He did it.
He did it.
Yeah, not knowing I'm anointed. God called me to do this, and I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, some people have really tried to tear what we're building. So it really has made me hesitant. I went through a season of like, I really didn't want to mess with people no more. I didn't want to do content no more about Africa. I didn't even want to really do it because how people did me, bro. So it's tough dealing with people.
But I'm glad you went through that, bro, because hardships is what build us.
No, for real.
And the thing is, I work with people all the time, bro. And one thing I'll tell you, just always have your guard up, bro. Don't let them know everything about you.
Yeah, bro.
And also don't let them don't make them think you're too nice. I always say I'm a beast when it comes to my bag.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be.
Yo, let's joke around, let's have some laughs, drinking a little around there. But when it comes to the business and my work and my craft, hey, we're sitting down serious right now. We're locking in.
Time to lock in.
Yeah, because the thing is, a lot of people, it's a Tanzanian thing to do, actually, taking friendship into business. They think just because we're friends now, so the business is gonna you're gonna cut me some slack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. It's a business.
Yeah.
Business doesn't think of friends.
Not one bit.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of Tanzanians have that.
I mean, that happens in America too. See, we have way more in common than we think. He thinks it's only happening in Tanzania. That's the thing. Tanzania, or however you say it. You know, he thinks Tanzania. I don't know. I sound like I'm from Tanzania. He said Tanzania. Okay. But it happened. See, here's the thing. We have so much in common, but we want to be separate so hard. You know, the same kind of like thing. There's like a little bit differences, but there's a lot of things that are like, you know, people do want the Negro discount.
Habit of taking advantage of friendship. So don't be friends with people you want to work with like that.
Yeah, that's what I learned, man.
Yeah, it's just like you can have a friendship, but it's not boundaries. Okay, boundaries. Saying don't have friendships is crazy, but having boundaries is way a better way of putting it.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get friends these days, bro. Woo. Man, and especially it's only getting harder for us. We building in public, and more and more fake people gonna keep showing up and trying to get. So it's hard, man.
Yeah, it's hard, man. And it's definitely been getting harder for me to actually even dive into relationships as well, because you'd be surprised on how what people might put out in front of you just for you. They can attract you, and then you end up locking yourself in something different. But I don't think I have a bad eye to not notice those type of people.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Yeah. And I don't want to use it as an excuse of not being in a relationship, but I feel like it's one of the challenges as well I go through. Time
you overanalyze people.
Yeah. I tend to do that because like just like I meet people all the time telling me, yo, Sean, fake people. So of course I gotta like lock in.
Yeah.
Because now if everybody's telling you the same thing, you gotta think about it.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention.
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, some wisdom coming.
Yeah, because you don't want to be ignorant and just ignore shit that people are telling you. Yeah, you don't listen to the public opinion. Yeah. But if it's something that is recurring every now and then, you gotta get to the bottom of it. Yeah. Just figure it out. Yeah. Guys, by the way, we're back from the short break. I usually forget to announce that sometimes. But yeah, we're back. And this is the beauty of podcasting. You can just freeball it.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
it's yours.
Thing.
And it's yours. That's the beauty. That's the most beautiful part of it.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Yours.
And if you've made it this far, man, I appreciate you. Hopefully you have subscribed, bro. Because your subscriber, being a subscriber would push this platform to bigger lengths, bro. And with every subscriber, bro, I thank you. And if you subscribe, we're going to invite you to our subscriber party. I'm going to host a subscriber party.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And if you follow us on our social media platforms, you can get to see the short form content that promote a single episode and shit like that. You can get to know a little bit about the guest in a nutshell from the clips. Follow us on our social media platform on TikTok and Instagram. And we have an exclusive chat actually on Instagram where you get to see guests prior. So for those who are in there, we got like 5 members right now, only 5. But so keep it building. We can have about like 200 seats. You know what I'm saying? So we in there you get exclusive information about the podcast, how we do things down here, behind the scene footage. You can talk to me directly, no corners. You know what I mean? You get to exclusive invites if we do events like meet and greet, let's say, or stuff like that. Merch, you get early access to merch and stuff like that. So you're good down there, bro. Your community.
Karibu.
Karibu, man.
Listen, so I want to just say, you want to watch the rest of that actual podcast in the interview with Timford. Please go ahead and support the No Trolling podcast to watch the rest of that. I want to give a shout out to Timford and his wife and the T3 and Me podcast. His wife, Siobhan Ford, is doing so many things in Tanzania. She's a herbal holistic health practitioner, and when they come on Friday, they're gonna like be breaking down all the things that they're doing there, the opportunities being there, things that they have learned, things they have, everything. So, and then you're gonna get like some more information on how to do it yourself. On top of that, we have a Dynast Amir coming on Monday. And he's going to be discussing how to travel to Nigeria. He has some tours coming up. Please, check that out coming up on Monday at I think it's gonna be 1 Central, or I'm still making. You'll see it coming up. I'm actually making the StreamYard for that, the actual link for that. So if you get a chance, please, if you want to learn how to travel to Nigeria, please add that live. But I wanted to like do a special gift where he's going to be talking about the situation, Timford, him being in Tanzania or however you say it. He is discussing what happened with the Ashlee Jenae situation. So I wanted to share with you that live stream as well. But the main thing I wanted to do is like just show you guys that, because they have trips that Timford and his wife have the ability. If you want to go to Tanzania, we're going to be like giving you like links coming up on their show on Friday on if you want to travel to Africa, you'll be able to do that through their link. And then you have this show where he's going to be showing, he can be talking about his travels throughout Africa, not just only Nigeria, but this is a show coming group trip, coming up in August, where it's during the Oshun Festival in August. So I think that'd be a great time to like actually go there where the festivities are going on. Just something to get away from everything. Everybody always like goes to the cruises, pay a couple more dollars and go to Africa and see other things, visit other countries. Be a traveler. Don't just be stuck in America. Go to different countries because everybody else is doing this. No one is just everybody's doing this. They're going to different countries. They're going to like Thailand, going to different countries. Go and find, and this is a group trip. So you don't have to feel afraid. People are being, what I'm saying? You're not by yourself. This is a way to be able to travel. And he has a lot of different tours he does. So and I'm going to be giving you guys some links and I'm going to be getting like affiliate links for his tours. So that's coming up soon. And when I get them, hopefully I'll have them all by Monday when I do the show with him. But let's talk about what happened to Miss Ashlee Jenae, which is a very sad story, but let's go.
Sisters has unfortunately passed away during her 31st birthday trip over to the island of Zanzibar here in Tanzania. Now, before I get started, I would like to say first, rest in peace to our sister Ashlee Robinson and the family of hers that's affected by this tragic situation that's taking place right now. Now, this content that I'm about to produce is not to bash her, but it's only to enlighten people to understand what's really going on and to prevent something like this from happening again in the future, okay? Now, let me get to the story. Now, Ashlee Robinson, who's also known as Ashlee Jenae, she came over to the island of Zanzibar with her boyfriend at the time, who's known as Joe McCain. Now, during this trip to Zanzibar, Joe McCain decided to propose to our good sister, Ashlee. Now, Ashlee was very excited. She was very happy. She was thrilled. She was posting her content about her trip and sharing her journey about what she's experiencing over in Zanzibar and the love that she's feeling on the motherland. Now, here is where things get a little weird. Her fiance, Joe McCain, said that our sister hung herself. This man has publicly stated that our sister came to Zanzibar, got to the motherland, was able to feel this love, feel this freedom after she was engaged and decided to hang herself. That's crazy, right? But I was looking online and following up on this story, and I saw a comment that really hit home, and it really made me think about this in a way where we all should be thinking about this. They said, when you visit Tanzania, you get the real meaning of life. And there is no way you can end your life. You appreciate it more and feel blessed. The safari trip is therapy within itself. He did it. Now listen, when they say he did it, I want to just say this. This is a common theme that we have experienced within our culture as a people. They will say that we hung ourselves in an effort to cover up the murder that they've done. This has been documented throughout history. Why would someone as a Black woman, how often do our women kill themselves anyway? Let alone on their 31st birthday trip over to the continent of Africa, getting back connected to their roots in their motherland. Man, this is crazy. So yes, there's this thing where a lot of our sisters unfortunately lust after a lifestyle that they cannot afford unless they trade themselves as comers. And unfortunately, men do the same thing. Men lust after women that they cannot, that they don't even know. So there's this battle of lusting after things that we don't even fully know or have an idea about. And then once we get it, we unfortunately find ourselves in tough situations that we're stuck in. Our sister Ashlee used to use her platform to boast this white man up, to say he's the best thing walking, he's her king. Now, it's okay to be in love. I understand all white people aren't like this. Some of you guys are good, but there's a lot of you who have colonizer blood running through your vein. And unfortunately, at the snap of a finger, you can change and begin to act like Joe did. Now, this is unfortunately what a lot of our sisters have dealt with. They get into these relationships with these white men, and these white men just fetish them. They just see that this is a chocolate piece of candy, that they can just have their lustful desires, do whatever they want to do to this woman, and that's all they see them as. But unfortunately, our sisters have been so broken and hurt by some of our brothers who unfortunately have been hurt by the same system. It's a constant thing that continues to happen, and we keep fighting each other, thinking that we have to run to the other side when the other side really doesn't even care about us. At the end of the day, if this was truly someone who really loved and cared about her, man, there's no way that woman, you would not, nah, man. Nah, let me just keep going. Now, there's this phenomenon going on TikTok where they are talking about this thing called the Alpine divorce. Now, the Alpine divorce is what colonizers use to abandon their mates in the hopes of death and or unalive their partners to get away with it while they're on vacations or doing trips and things like that. So it's been documented that these men will take women on trips to canyons, to cliffs, on trails, in forests, and leave their partners there in an effort to just make them vanish. Now, this is something that's been documented. Guys, go and look on TikTok for yourself. There's even an article down below that I will tag for you guys to see for yourself. We have to really begin to see people for who they really are and do not lust after what we have this idea of. We have to look at the reality of things and really see the truth of what we've been dealing with, who we are dealing with, and what they are truly, truly capable of.
And listen, I want to say this. If you guys please also support his channel, T3andme. If please find this video and see the actual article he's talking about on his channel and his wife's channel. Please support their channel. Like I said, they will be here on Friday discussing their life in Africa, the ups and downs. As well as, like I said, Dynasty Demir coming up on Monday discussing how to travel to Nigeria. So it's the thing. So it's one thing to just go and wing it. You know, your hubby says, "Hey, let's go." It's another thing to go with a group. It's another thing to go with people that's been there. Be safe about it. Welcome to the channel, Man in High Castle. What did you want to say?
Good evening, DJ Genesis. It's an excellent channel. Excellent show tonight. It appears to be. Welcome back.
So did you have anything to say about what he said about these things called alpine divorces, where people will, you know, take their loved ones to, or so-called loved ones to a place just to off them, which is crazy. I never even heard about that. Alpine.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I'm not shocked. And secondly, alpine refers to the ethnicities or ancestries that are from Europe in the Mediterranean area, such as even Switzerland, Italy, Spain, France. These would be alpine. And say, for instance, Nordic would be German, Austria, Sweden, things of that nature. But that's what alpine divorce is basically overall saying exactly what it's covering. It's covering, you know, what it is. But alpine essentially means those type of ancestries.
Well, you take them to the top of the Alpine mountains and, you know, it seemed like it would be a romantic thing, but really they're there to push them off the top of the mountain.
Also that too.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Let's hear what else he has to say about this.
Now, love is something that it's very hard to find, I can't admit. And when you find it, you will know, and sometimes you could be tricked into feeling like you know it. But there are a few telltale signs that you must be able to see and know that will show you that this person is for me or this person is not for me. Now, interracial marriage is something that's a touchy subject for a lot of people. A lot of people. I know some people who love it. I know some people who hate it. And my take is this. Know who you are marrying. Know who you are getting yourself in bed with. Know who you are truly, truly, truly getting connected to, because people can change at the snap of a finger, man. And it's so unfortunate that our sister had to go through something like this. Now, I've known people in the past who's dealt with things similar. There's always different nuances within relationships that will cause you to see how someone truly feels about you. Now, as we are living our lives and we are doing these things, we all are searching for love. And a lot of us think that we have to go outside of our race because people within our race aren't really living up to the standard that we have set out for ourselves. And if we really look at the root cause of why a lot of our people aren't living up to their standards, you will truly understand why our people aren't in the best situation that they should be in. Mainly because of the system that we were brought up in. We grew up in a place that intentionally ripped our families apart, intentionally took the father out the house, gave the mother money to keep the father out the house, and then told the mother to stay away from him or you won't get that money. So think about that. We have been put in situations where the husband has been kicked out of the house. So fathers have left the home They weren't there to teach men how to be boys. They weren't there to cover the house, to keep the daughters protected, to show the daughter how a man should be. Then the daughter went out thinking that she's supposed to recreate that. So it's a whole system of wrong thinking that we all have grew up in. My take is, if you're a black man, if you're a black woman, you better find you a black man or woman and you guys help each other heal from what you've been dealing with. Because we all have come from a system that does not have our best interests at heart. And we all can agree on that. And if you get with someone who understands what you are dealing with, who understands where you are coming from, you can really build something with that person. Now, will it be difficult? Yes. Will that brother or sister be crazy? Yes.
Will they be crazy? Yes. Let's get into it. What are your thoughts so far about what he said?
Well, thus far as that, he's just getting into it, and it's a lot deeper. So
it's harder to not be crazy when you've been going through all this stuff in America.
No, I don't agree with that.
It'll be a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But
you think they're gonna be sane with all this stuff?
Yeah, I don't agree with any of that. But he's peeling back some layers. I think he's getting ready to cook. So
okay, but I did want to talk about the whole thing with you gotta watch out. At the end of the day, you gotta know who you're traveling with, what you're doing. From what I heard, this guy, he was a person that was in the crypto, a very well-to-do crypto company that was doing really good at some point, and then he began to lose his fortune based on some bad investments. I think the crypto market began to crash, and then he began to lose his money. Now, who knows if this might be a debt? They might have attacked her because of what he owed. Who knows we never know exactly the situation. It's everything. I think he did get apprehended. He's still, he's actually in jail at the moment. But until we know exactly what's happening, everything is still alleged. But let's just say I don't know. I believe that there might be some fishy business going on in the situation. So let's go.
Come from an environment of craziness. So there will be some craziness put within us. But it's better for you to deal with that craziness from someone who understands you rather than going outside of your culture. And when your craziness began to show up, they began to treat you a little bit differently. Just a quick side story. My wife's father, which is my father-in-law, he was married to a white woman. And he told us stories about how in the past, when they would get into arguments, she would call him the N-word during their arguments. So sometimes he could be acting crazy. I'm sure he probably said and did something. But in those moments, if you had a sister on your side, she will understand how to help you get through that and understand, okay, he tripping, he acting like my daddy. I understand this is this. But to call your husband the N-word, knowing the weight of that, knowing the severity of that, just think about that for a second. They were married for a few years, and she even took great care of him. I remember watching her. She was a great wife in terms of making sure that he was good and making sure things were in order for him. But she would also even argue with my wife in regards to some of the racial topics that was going on at the time. So maybe there was a little bit of racism within her, but she still liked black men. But moving forward, we have to start thinking about how we are really looked at in these people's eyes. We got to face the music. History has continued to show us. Do y'all know they used to eat us? They used to eat us. Look into the book called The Delectable Negro. They used to eat our people, probably still do to this day, unfortunately. So we have to really think about who and what we are dealing with. We aren't dealing with people who thinking clearly for the most part. So to try and bash one side and say, hey, I'm going to run with this side, please think about what you're really getting yourself into, because unfortunately, our sister has lost her life, and I don't think she hung herself. I think this man unfortunately killed her. Maybe he got envious. Maybe he was jealous of what she was building. Maybe there was some hatred within. I saw some of the pictures that people were posting. They was looking at his eyes. I'm not going that deep, but there was something that he was feeling within him to make him do something like this to one of our sisters. Now, I didn't know about the Alpine divorce until today. Literally, this is something that I just learned about. And as we see, this is something that has been going on forever. So we have to proceed with caution. You arguing with somebody, you feel like it could be a little bit sketchy, remove yourself from that situation. You don't have to stay in that situation. I even saw some sisters were commenting on her video and telling her like, hey sis, watch out. Hey sis, he looked like he might try to kill you. They were commenting that under her video. So unfortunately, our sister has lost her life, and now her fiance is going around the world telling people that she hung herself. Now, we need to make sure that we specifically say that our people, for one, don't hang themselves. That is not something that we do. You came to Africa. You smelt and felt, man, I've been here for 6 years. Suicide hasn't crossed my mind not once. Why would suicide cross your mind if you made it here? If you have the opportunity to experience these beautiful beaches, experience this beautiful love that we have over here, something changes within you as you decide to come over here. So maybe she was so bubbly, she was so happy, and he was frustrated about something, and they got into an argument that night, and boom, unfortunately, this has happened. But there's a lot that's going to come from this. I know the Tanzania Authority will do a thorough investigation to come to the truth of the matter so that we can really understand what's happening and really understand what went on during her unfortunate death. Now,
any thoughts so far about what he said?
Well, I mean, they're still eating us. It's not probably, they're still eating us. The caveman is still eating us. The cave woman is still eating us. Also, note for this, proud Americans, this is the man in the high castle. About 2 months ago, I gave an address to Americans to be fully prepared and not underprepared about the Democrat government-sponsored shutdown. It's continued now since February 14th of this year, 2026, to now, which is April 15th, 2026. This is about 60 days. And as I've said and stated before, many people don't believe it. There is records when things go over 90 days, lack of resources. This is when you start hearing about rumors of cannibalism, at least in this country. What's going on right now is that the low birth rate community here in the United States is a specific demographic. They are flipping out because they see the traction of you and I, those who are foundational to this country. Our birth rates are high. Theirs are low. We have to be careful. It's not about, traveling with your significant other who's your ancestral completement. You gotta quit just swirling out of control. Hold your lower self, your lower nature, and discipline it. The gutter lust is not necessary. Also, in Tanzania right now, there is a body count that is dropping left and right because of the elections out that way. That is not a great location to travel to at this point. Pay attention to the details, Americans.
Okay. So, all right, well, that was his address. But let's get back into it. So, first of all, I want to just let you guys know that T3 and me will be on the show on this Friday, discuss life in Africa, the ups and the downs. And Dinah Samir will be here on Monday to discuss traveling to Nigeria. I think that people should travel. I think that they should not be stuck in one spot. You should travel around. Don't just only feel like you have to be in one place. Go to different countries, experience different experiences, especially while it's still available. I mean, because right now, I don't know where the oil prices are, but flights might go up, but the main thing I want to make known is that, just travel, go to different spots, travel around.
Also, proud Americans understand the most dangerous locations to travel to is Europe right now. You can be like, source up all you want. Source up your damn self. Europe is the most dangerous place to be traveling right now. Pay attention to details.
Okay. So let's finish off the rest of this about the Ashlee Jenae situation. And there's one last thing I think he talked about being shot out in Tanzania, which we'll get into the dangers in Tanzania. Let's go.
Now, as we move forward as a people, let's start thinking. If you want to marry outside of your race, do your thing. But you don't have to bash the other race from both sides. We got men that do it, and we have women that do it as well. Just proceed with caution. Everybody has their own love. Everybody is thrown into whichever direction God sends them. But you do not have to bash one side if you are enjoying the other, because it can unfortunately end up in the wrong way, and you can find yourself in a tough situation. Okay, so let's continue to love each other, show each other support, and continue to try to build with each other and not tear each other down. I know many people in interracial relationships, and I still show love and respect. That's up to you. You choose who you want to love, but let's have respect for what we've gone through, what we're up against, and who we are truly dealing with. Do not let your guards down fully, all right? Protect yourself, stay wise, and make sure you are watching to truly see what's going on, all right? But look, if you're someone who's thinking of coming to Africa, do not let this deter you. Do not let this stop you. Do not feel like this is something that will stop you from enjoying your journey and building something for yourself. If you want help with coming over here, we have a boot camp coming up. You can join us. I'll put the link down in the description box so that if you're serious, we can help you get connected and set yourself up properly. All right. Now listen, if you made it to this point, please let me know what you think down in the comment box. Do you think our sister killed herself, or do you think she was murdered by her fiance? All right. I'd love to see what you guys think. Unfortunately, this is something that we have to talk about right now. I did not want to do something talking about this, but this is something that's happening in the world that we must discuss and have a conversation about. So please let me know what you think.
Yes, same thing here. I did not want to talk about that. I did not want to discuss it because I personally don't. But I did find out that the Western media is not covering it on regular news. So only Black media is covering this subject. So I feel like it would only be beholden to me to make sure that I do that. According to Tariq Nasheed, he's saying it's not on CBS, CNN, this, that, the other.
They're covering it. Everyone's covering it.
Tariq Nasheed said that it wasn't being covered. So that's the only reason why I cover. Otherwise, I don't
Saint Tariq is a comedian. Good dude, but he's a comedian. Saint Tariq.
Well, hell, maybe it is being covered.
So getting back to what's going on, my thoughts, the man in the high castle's thoughts, she begged for it. And how she begged for it is through automatic writing. Automatic writing is an occult phenomenon where one would use a writing instrument, even your smart device, and allowing entities, spiritual entities, to write this out for you consciously, taking control. And what she was doing for years, like others, even the bedbugs, the bedwenches and bedbugs who get online, they always do this automatic writing. And pay attention to the behavioral pattern. Recognize it. They get online, they're typing and writing away endlessly about how much they hate their own people, how much they hate their own mothers or sisters or aunts or brothers. And guess what happens when they're with their snow roach love affair, their fetish? They end up dead time after time after time. This is called automatic writing.
Well, I didn't want to cover the show because her situation, because something similar happened to a black man where a white woman offed him, and you've seen so many black women say they didn't
He
care.
begged for it. He begged for it.
They like he was saying stuff in the comments, and you know, these white women are the best, and you black women are nothing. And guess what happened? So to me, when people like put things out there like that, you know, it's like it's almost like a karmic situation to where it's like I wouldn't say that she begged for it though.
That's begging.
Well, no,
It's not even about being thirsty. She was begging. He was begging too. Both, when they do this delusional stuff, they're begging. They're begging for this attention, for it to be read. They're begging to legitimately antagonize others of their own species, their own race. They hate their own selves. They're gone. It's just time that this gender war. That's why you don't hear the man in the high castle speak about our women. He doesn't get into that. He doesn't get into none of that. How come? Because it's beneath him. I've had success with women in general, and I've had success specifically just having a great mother in my life, a great father in my life, a 2-parent household. Boo hoo hoo if he didn't have that, you know? But boo hoo hoo too if you happen to be attacked by one of us and now you're out here just spewing hatred about our people. We're not all the same. We're not a monolith. Sometimes people just need to take a break and heal. That woman was sick, and the investment that needs to be added to the DSM-6 that's coming up, which is the Diagnostic Statistic Manual for Mental Health, the 6th edition, it needs to be added alongside TDS, which is Trunk Derangement Syndrome, ASAP, because it's sick. It's a sickness. I picked up a book a year or two ago called The Anxious Generation, and it's about social media addiction in our adolescent young girls, how it's pimping them. I have a daughter. She's very beautiful. I love her. And the one thing I would hate, even for my son, is to despise his own people, to despise the women in our family, the men in our family. This stuff is sick. And even those who do that outside of their own, outside of my own ethnicity, those who do it, you're sick too. I don't even like that. I love to see healthy couples. When I see a white man and a white woman and they have a newborn, hey, that puts more of a grin on my face than anything. I love seeing healthy children. I love seeing healthy families. When I see a black couple, the same thing holding hands, it's special. I love seeing the healthy family. What if it's temporary or not? It's none of my business. It's a Kodak moment. I love seeing healthy couples. Seeing this divestment and all this interracial stuff, it's just like seeing a man holding hands with a tall, big bone she-male. It baffles my mind. And they're bragging about it. Go on with your life, but don't spew that hatred. It's gonna come out for you.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for a person to In order to love who you love, you don't have to down another race. Your own people. I don't think that she deserves it. I don't think that, but I do think that she probably should have been more careful about what she's putting out there. But she is deceased, and I don't want to sit there and bash her for her decisions. She was still young. She's not a. So
she was a grown woman.
She's making young choices.
She was immature. She was aging. That's why she got all the plastic surgery. Not saying she wasn't attractive physically.
How do you know she got plastic surgery though?
Sis, I looked into this. That's what sis, I looked into this. Anyways, I don't think she deserved it, but she was begging for it. There's a big difference between deserving something and begging. She begged. She begged to be in this lifestyle, which is actually a death style. And she found out. She fucked around and found out.
Well, I think that that's being too that's
when it happens to the next buck, the next brother, so-called weak brother.
Right,
when it happens to the next weak bone brother who does that, it's the same thing with the man in the high castle.
I don't agree.
I don't care. They're begging for it, and they need to stop begging. Just keep it to yourself. Enjoy your paradise that you said. If it was so special and so mainstream, y'all wouldn't be marketing it so sinisterly. It would just speak for itself. Most people on planet Earth, they're with their own species. We are human, of course, but to just be bragging and downing it's sick. She had that Aryan worship, and she got what she begged for. Not what she deserved.
But we don't even know if he even did it, so I don't want to.
She got what she begged for.
Hold on. You don't know if he's the one who did it.
I never said he did it.
But hold on.
See, that's the thing. You're never hearing that. But she got what she was begging for.
Well, what if it was some Africans that came in there and hung her?
She got what she was begging for.
What if it was Africans from Tanzania that came in there because he owed a bet, and then they
guess what? She begged for this. She begged for a life with the soft life, and she found it. Doesn't mean she deserved it, but she begged for it. She'd been begging for it for years, since 2013. Look at her Twitter. She's been begging for this since 2013.
So what did she say in 2013 that make you think that she begged for it?
I could send you it through text message right now, but at the same time, I Mr. Man in the High Castle is ignorant on doing that through live StreamYard. It would take some time. You would have to instruct me like a little child, but at the same time, it's possible that I probably could pull it off.
Is it on her Twitter or what?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. It's just sinister. It's a sinister collection of her mom. It's just her mom. She was just saying like, I wish. Somebody said they want to F her mom, and she was like, her reply was, yeah, basically you can do all that because my mom and I have been F all our lives by white men. This is from 2013, and then keep on going and going. It's sick. Divestment is a mental illness. I know interracial couples that are halfway decent and very respectable. But this is disgusting. You will never hear the man in the high castle say, our women ain't shit. I can't say likewise for
Right, so
other
how
people.
far back should I go to see this? Because I'm like, okay, what's going on?
From 2013 on in, you know, like she's been
So
saying this.
does it sound like she had a mental problem or what? Because I have not been invested in the story. I have not been watching. I don't know.
It's like it's no different from any of these other people who are they, what if they were young or not, they kept it on their Twitter, they never
Well,
deleted it.
I will say that she was absolutely beautiful.
She's attractive.
She's beautiful to me. She's beautiful skin, a very nice body, and but
I wake up with these women every now and then in my lifetime, and it's
what I would say,
I'm gonna say this as a man, fellas, you know what it is when you wake up with them, and it's who they are. So it's whether it's you see them without their accessories, they're attractive still, but you see it, you see what it is. And then you see them get dressed, and it's a beautiful thing seeing them get dressed as well. It's fascinating, but it's they're not the same person. It's amazing what this makeup can do.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I'm on her Twitter right now, and
I give her. She's an adjustable 7.
Okay.
She's an adjustable 7. I wouldn't know how she looks without her makeup on. Waking
Well,
up.
she was, and rest in peace to her. See, she's passed on. So let's
Of
not.
course, she's passed on. Yep. I like to see her father retrieve all the information he can and get there with the family and cover that anything that I'm a parent too. I'm learning from these situations too. But at the same time, it doesn't touch my heart when I see the individual have so much hatred. She had hatred. Essentially, she's
Okay, I'm seeing.
essentially
Okay.
she's an Aryan worshipper, and therefore she's an Aryan herself. She found her.
So
We was Vikings and stuff. She found her Viking, and he wasn't able to protect her like that. The soft life.
Okay. Okay, so I guess this is what he's speaking of. I guess like she had a lot to say. She had a lot to say on her Twitter.
I call that automatic writing. Automatic writing is a real phenomenon.
She was very beautiful though. She was very beautiful, but I guess maybe I'm not sure if people were writing this to her, like, nah, for real though, you not going nowhere with me dressed like that. And she says, I wouldn't go anywhere with you at all, my ninja. And then here's a tutorial class for my understanding boyfriends, x.com, favorite Ada. Everyday black men wake up and find new ways to embarrass us. Okay, outfit fire. What outfit? She dressed like a prostitute. So so I guess these were the people that's responding to this video, right? And so she says, and she's going back and forth with them. So it wasn't like she just was hating black men. It was what? So I mean, that's what I'm seeing, right? Okay, you're another ninja with a baby.
They need to hire you to be a great PR. I like that.
Lost my baby mama kid's mom to you always wearing lingerie outside. Bitches shaking my dead hair. This supposed to be for the old man at home. Why is y'all so thirsty for attention? Yes, you're fine. Yes, the fit cute, but bitch, you going to the club. Why the f? Jesus. I would say makes sense. Like, why are you? You don't have to be so naked. And with this, you another ninja with a baby mama, not a wife. Worry about me. Be not looking in your direction. Get your just another statistic A on Pookie. It's or is it Ray Ray? I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a f if you have 100,000 or 100. If you try to troll me, I'm gonna troll back. So in her mind, she's trolling back and forth. But okay, I don't know. I don't know. So it sounded like she was going back and forth with folks. You know, she met the guy, like she was kind of into some like kinky stuff. You know, who knows if it probably went too far. She's talking about put your hand down my throat and make eye contact. You know, like it's a lot of like disturbing things on this thing. You know,
The ghetto gaggers type of stuff.
yeah. So who knows if it got a little bit rough and you know maybe she, you know, it got a little bit too far.
If that's so, she begged for it.
Well, yeah, doing sexy gal, doing spooky things. Am I offering is the truth? Life be lifing. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't demonize her for this. And she, like I said, she was not. I don't think she was a. Would she be a 7? Would anybody call her a 7? Is it because she's dark skinned? Like, what would be? I mean,
There's no such thing as a 10. There's no such thing as a 10. There's no such thing as a 1. That's
Okay,
how I
so-
look in my eyes. You could either be a deuce or a 9. So, fellas, if you are out there and you are mingling and you see a bunch of deuces and you don't see any 9s or 8s or 7s, well, if you get 5 deuces, that's a whole dime. That's the man in the high castle's perspective.
Well, I would say this is that she was a very beautiful woman.
It's an adjustable 7. Take
I
that
mean-
makeup off, strip that down.
And I believe that she would be very much there as beautiful. I don't think that
Yeah, 7 is a good thing. What y'all?
Barack Obama, what's your thoughts on this subject?
Well, I rest in peace to that lady, but I don't like people who try to, on either side, black, white, whatever, try to paint everybody with that same brush of whatever negativity you're dealing with. I mean, because we all have bad experience with people, black, white. You know, I got pulled over, I got roughed up by the police, and all of that stuff. You know, so I don't wish no bad on her, but I paint her with that same brush as Charlie Kirk is. And that is, you had a lot of bad things to say about black people, and you bigged up white people, and they the ones that end up killing you. So, you know, that's just how I see it. You know, rest in peace. And to me, she was in a looks category. She was nothing. She was an average looking girl. She was nothing to brag about. You know,
Speak on it.
No, that's just my opinion. I mean, she's not bad looking. She walking down the street. You know, I might try to holler at her as far as looks, but she don't look. She's just an average looking girl. It was not the guy she was with. It was a regular bald headed white guy. What is he? He looks a little older. What is he? 56? He looks older than her too.
Yeah, you know.
What is she like 30? And he likes. I mean, you know, he some people age quicker than others, so he looks like a zaddy. ZADDY.
Definitely.
That's what it looks like. Bald headed.
Yes, children by a black female.
What are they, teenage? They're big though, right? He got grown probably kids.
Right.
He's
Exactly.
Nothing.
How old was she? How old was she?
31, I think.
Okay, so it's that. Well, how much of a zaddy you gonna be though? He ain't. How old do you think he is? Probably like.
Well, he looks 50ish. He looks. I mean,
no,
I could be wrong.
he got like his beard is blonde. He's probably in his. Because you know, white people look older sometimes. He might be maybe 45.
All right. So let's say he's 40ish. 45. I'm just saying neither one of them, as far as I see, is looks. She's nice looking when she's made up, but she's an average looking girl. Nothing to brag about. If I tried to holler at her and she didn't give me her number, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, all right, I tried to holler at Shorty. She didn't holler back. That's it. Nothing to brag about. I mean, she looks all right. I mean, I saw her. I was watching. I flickered through the channels. I forgot what channel I was watching, but her parents was on TV this morning. And mourning her and everything, but but like I said,
she looks very, very pretty to me. I mean, maybe guys look at women differently.
She looks all right. I mean, but she's not. I mean, I'm not saying she's bad, but she's nothing to brag about.
I mean, she don't have like she's thin. She's got big boobs or whatever. I'm
gonna add on real quick. When brother Barack Obama said she's not bad. Listen, I'm from the East Coast. When we say not bad, it means good. She is not bad. Like, I'm eating the food. I'm not saying too much. You ask me how it is, I say not bad.
I'm trying to understand.
I'm not going to brag on it like it's the better than my mom's or someone else. No, it's not bad.
Here's my question. Here's the real question, because let's get past the looks and let's get past all the BS. All right, let's get past the real thing. Is this an AI video or is this a real lion walking with him?
AI.
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did she post this or did he?
What? I think she posted it.
Yeah, she posted that.
Did she? When was this taken? That was a week ago, right? April 3rd. When did she pass on?
April 4th. So I'm somewhere in April. I don't know the date. I
don't
follow this stuff, so I don't know. I just saw you on, and I just entwine my opinion.
Do you know when they think that she passed on?
No, I don't. No, I don't follow that. This stuff is not. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
It's not important to me either. I don't. No offense to the parents. Yeah. But like stuff like this.
No, I don't care if they hear me. I tell them to their face. Listen, I sympathize with your daughter, but her life. I got my own issues. I can't worry about your daughters. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna. But I'm gonna say this. Something. If she passed on like a day after this, like what is going on here? Like, did he post this?
Oh yeah, the next day after. Okay, so when you see the DJ Genesis, when we look at the rose petals and it says her name Ashlee and she's proposed. Yeah, it's the very next day. She.
All right, so this is an AI video making like that he was proposing to her in front of a lion. The
very next day,
she was dead. So the sounds of me, she probably was dead before he posted this, and made a fake video of her getting proposed to with a lion.
That's interesting.
Has anybody even? Okay, so wait, this happened on what day was this? The 1 week ago.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's the family
April
saying
5th. So it's April 5th. April 4th, she's walking with a lion AI. Have they did an AI check to see if these are AI videos? Why would a giraffe? Was this a real picture or is this an AI?
They're all AI. When the giraffe, there's no animals coming up like that.
Yeah, that's AI.
Yeah.
They're saying the family.
Unless those animals are on drugs, like docilated or whatever. Come on, like they tell you, and even in the safari, what they tell you, stay in your thing, right?
Right. So this sounds like he had access to her Instagram and was posting AI videos to make it seem like he proposed to her. They're walking with tigers and proposing. She's walking along with a tiger on the and everything. And then it's a giraffe coming and she's feeding it, and posing for images. And then they're on the plane. Is this a real video or not? What is this? It's real or not?
But her family
That's
was
22
saying
weeks ago. That's 22 weeks ago.
her,
That's
her, fam-
157 weeks ago.
her family
This
said,
pin, so this is pinned. That's pinned. So something is up with this. You know, let's get past all the bullshit
I
and
like what you're saying.
let's see what's really happening here. Because one thing is like you talk about, well, I don't, but what is this? They're in like
The
this is
timeline.
AI. They're dressed up like this is AI. You know, so there's like stuff that's like leading up like AI videos.
When did they start using AI? Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something might be up. Like he might, you know, he might have access to her account. That's interesting that these videos came out like 2 days before she passes on, and it looks like he's proposing to her. So it appears like, you know, who knows if it's like a lead up.
well,
Maybe
the
she passed on. Did they find out exactly the day she passed on?
the family said that well, at least according to the press this morning, because it came on, they can't read. I don't know if he's locked up being investigated or if he's just not responding. They can't reach him. Like if my fiance or my wife or my girl dies, I'm going to be in contact with the family if I'm innocent.
Well, no, like they said they have him in custody.
Unless,
Right.
as I said, unless he's in custody, because that's not clear. Unless he's in custody, I will be in contact with him.
They say he's in custody, the African media. However, what's custody like to someone who has some access to some money?
Exactly. I don't know if their laws are over there. That's a different country.
Right.
And hold on. So they're saying, see, here's the thing: is that they're saying it's the white fiance because of a video of him proposing to her in front of a fake lion that was an AI. Like what makes people think that was her fiance?
Who the guy?
What? Why are they saying? Okay, right here. I'm looking at this. Right, I'm on.
I'm on YouTube.
It says Ashlee Jenae found dead after trip with her white fiance and black woman, whatever it was. So, what makes people think that this was her fiance? Is it because they saw a video with her walking with a tiger in front of them, which is crazy? That's not going to happen. That was lion or whatever the hell that was. What is lion, tiger, whatever. And he gets down and proposes to her, and she says yes, and then and it's a picture of her jumping on, and it's clearly looking like AI to me. What line?
So they're saying April 9th she was pronounced dead.
But I heard that he didn't say nothing for days before.
No, right. What I'm saying is she went. The word on the street, social media was she went on a trip with her fiance. That's why I think the wording came.
They were already engaged.
Wouldn't
that be the first thing you put on your IG though?
No, I don't. I'm just telling you.
They were engaged fell apart.
You going too much into detail. I don't follow it like that, so I'm not going to know.
Listen, I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, like, listen, I'm looking at her IG. Right?
This is the second time he proposed to her.
Okay, so where would it be on here? Is there a proposal on here anywhere else?
That's the proposal when he bends on his knees with the white lion.
That's fake. That is fake. This is fake.
Yeah, with the fake white lion.
That's
he pulls out that's right. That right there. That's the proposal.
Yeah, that's AI. That's not real.
Yeah, so the white lion, the lion right there, that's the AI part.
It might be real and they just do that in there. I don't know. The lion part is AI, of course, but I'm talking about the
Yeah.
Oh, so he proposed, but where was this at? Was this in Tanzania?
Right.
Yeah.
The Zanzibar area, though.
Yeah.
So this is probably a real thing that happened, but they just threw the line in there for AI.
Right. Filters.
So I don't know if he's in, because he's over there. I don't know if he's in custody because right now everything points at him.
Right.
It all points
now we've watched these movies in the past, such as like Hostel with that bloodhound gang. Also note that he is from Miami, Florida area. And also note that so is the Epstein, sort of, he's from that location.
I
And
don't think it's relevant.
it's relevant. It's relevant when you fly out to Tanzania and someone's dead, and you owe debt. You're in debt.
That's the part where I
don't know what you bugging on, bro.
It's just a relevant issue.
You bugging.
That Epstein Island that ain't. It's a relevant issue, man.
Bugging.
Stop. Okay, hold on. Let me play this because I think that this is. I'm gonna play this. I want to play this.
Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, everybody.
Is that him and her? When they first met, that's him and her when he had hair?
What strand you on, bro?
Huh?
What strand are you on? Indigo?
Hey.
What you on?
I don't understand what you mean.
Hey, listen, Man in High Castle, could you please stop while I'm playing this video so we can hear it? We can't hear what you talking over. To ask what strain of weed he's on. Stop it. Get it out of here.
First of all, turn on the volume. Volume, please. I haven't heard a thing. Have anyone else?
No, I didn't hear nothing.
Hold on. Let me fix this. Because I think that people are missing some of the stuff that hold on.
Does the volume work, or what was you trying to do?
I'm playing this video. Hold on 1 second. Let me just stop and bring it back up. Hold on. Because I think this is gonna provide some clarity. Shouts out to O'Shea Duke Jackson and his discussing the dark past of her.
In 2026, it isn't uncommon to see Black women dating white men that make less money than them. In fact, many of these beautiful Black women are even taking care of some of these white men. And that's really unfortunate, but that's not all Black women, especially if you're beautiful like Ashlee Jenae. By the time November 2025 came about, Ashlee Jenae was not dating just any white guy. She was dating a white guy that was really balling. And his name was Joe McCann. You see, anybody can fake it on YouTube or fake it on social media, but not Joe McCann. Joe McCann is the CEO of Asymmetric. Asymmetric is a company that has a dual vehicle structure. Number one, it operates as a venture capital fund, meaning that it invests in web fintech startups. But the second component of this company is that it's a liquid alpha fund, meaning that it trades and invests in cryptocurrencies. This made Asymmetric a really successful company, especially to investors. When you're a charismatic founder like Joe McCann, people are not just investing in Asymmetric, they're investing in you. Just like Elon Musk, whenever he comes up with a new company, people are not looking to invest in his new company. We're looking to invest in Elon Musk because we know that Elon Musk will make it happen. And in 2024, Asymmetric was doing this.
This guy is a finance expert who runs the best performing hedge fund in the world over the last year and generated millions in crypto. So I asked him, what's wrong with the get-rich-quick stories we keep seeing? And here's what he said.
People want the easy button, so they search the internet and go, how do I become a crypto trader? That's awesome, but that's not actually going to make you a really good trader. And so the media also loves to highlight these types of things. So if somebody's like, meet the kid who put $800 into WIF and made $2 million, that's a lottery ticket.
Joe McCann was running one of the best crypto funds on planet Earth in 2025. He was investing in coins such as Solana and Bitcoin, and he was on top of his game. And when you're on top of your game in the investing world, you get into more doors, you get into more rooms, and more people want to be a part of what you got, especially the clout. When you're managing people's money, let's say, for example, if you have like $100 million invested, well, if you're managing the fund, you can take 3 to 5% of the fee for yourself. And that is a lot of money. Now, Joe McCann was a guy who majored in philosophy at Portland State, and he pretty much taught himself all of this stuff. So to go from a philosophy major to making $5 million a year at least is something incredible. So Ashlee Jenae had the right guy, or did she? Now, again, it's still 2025, and Joe McCann is with this much younger, beautiful black woman going all across the world. They're in the United States, they're in Mexico, they're everywhere. But there's just a problem. Joe's company, Asymmetric, is not doing well. You see, 2024 was different, but 2025, parts of the cryptocurrency market were crashing, especially the coin Solana. And he went from making a bunch of profits to losing almost $100 million. He would appear on this podcast called Kyle Chassis Crypto and talk about the mistakes he made with his portfolio for his clients.
2025, every single narrative failed for Bitcoin. And I got caught up in that. I think a lot of fund managers got caught up in that. And a lot of just retail investors got caught up in that. And the narratives that had worked prior to Bitcoin just flat out didn't work.
But wait, there's more.
And that was 2025 for Bitcoin. So I look at it like this asset and the asset class is now mature enough where I don't want to say it's boring, but the narratives that pushed the price of Bitcoin previously just don't work anymore.
He can't really tell the entire story, but what he's talking about is, listen, I made the same mistake that many other fund managers did, and we messed up. We lost a lot of money. The stuff that worked last year in 2024 simply did not work this year. Basically, what he did was he misread the maturity of the market, which led him to being caught off sides and suffering the major losses his fund experienced. And his fund lost a lot of money, a whopping $100 million. Joe McCann was broke.
Damn.
Now imagine this video was just less than 3 weeks ago. Joe has saw that his fund had 80% wipeout year to date, which is terrible. This is typically a terminal event for any fund manager's reputation. He had a plan. He was about to pivot into a massive new project called Accelerate. This is another altcoin or cryptocurrency coin treasury company that he was trying to raise $1.51 million to move away from this failing hedge fund. By late 2025, that deal was canceled from institutional investors because they backed out because of the performance and red flags surrounding Asymmetric's losses. Remember, Iggy Azalea came on Ashlee Jenae's post and she was commenting RIP. Now, the same Iggy Azalea, the singer, even came and said this. He was discovered to have questionable business practices, and everyone that I know stopped doing business with him in 2024. People had questions about how he ran his company, Asymmetric. Woo!
What do y'all think about this so far?
I think you
Is
went into too much in detail. I mean, but I mean, it is what it is.
Does that like provide any like clarity of anything? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, she looking for a white guy that got bread.
All I could say is that, yeah, I mean, I understand how he got wiped out. I mean, Operation Choke Point 2.0. If anyone knows or wants to look it up on their free time, go ahead. That's what affected the crypto banking from 2024 and 2022. This was the crypto bank run situation.
So could it be a thing where people thought he had a lot of money and he didn't?
No, he just he got caught up in it. He got caught up like everyone who was in that banking sector of the crypto. And
right. So I'm saying that he's going to Tanzania, right? And he feels like he might be balling out a little bit. Do you think that people might have seen him and thought that he had more money than he had?
they ain't gonna touch someone like that. That's Jesus Christ to them out there.
No, first of all, who even know?
I'm just trying to figure out. Do you think it could have been someone from Tanzania that did it, or do you think it's like no?
No, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out if we're gonna figure it out real quick because it's bound to happen. As soon as the parents get there to get to the body, it's gonna happen quicker than people realize.
Well, y'all know the family raised some money through a GoFundMe. I know that, right?
Yeah, they raised a little bit. Yep, they raised a good amount of change to get.
They're trying to get 50,000, but I looked. I didn't look. It came across my timeline. They're up to about 40 G's.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they should have that. It's just like when Joe Button just the other day he said that was his friend. He said Ashlee Jenae was his friend, and he remembered.
So he knew her.
He was saying on his podcast just recently. He's like, they both came to his birthday party a couple years ago, but eventually, like when his next one came up, or at least last year, he was saying that she said she couldn't come because she's out there being a stepmom, basically, to this guy's kids. But she's like, he was basically saying, it was a loss to him. So she does know people in the industry, and that whole they'll come up with that money soon. They'll reach that mark.
So was she like an IG girl, like an Instagram girl type of thing?
And video vixen, yeah. She was like in Kevin Gates videos and stuff like that.
Oh, so she just wasn't no regular chick that this happened to. This is a person that
Nick Mills,
regular chick to me.
Well,
yeah. She when we say okay, she was she had a career in the limelight with the entertainment world, yes.
Right.
With the music business and things of that nature, yes. She understood the red carpet.
That's a little bit different, though.
Yeah, she was not on the street. She wasn't street level, by no means.
Yeah, but she wasn't. But some of them IG, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the porta potty, the Dubai porta potty. Yeah,
I didn't want to say it, but but I don't think if she was being a mother to his kids, I don't see that. He's saying
that's according to Joe Button. Yeah,
that she was being a mother to his children.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't come to the show because she was being a mom.
Yeah, couldn't come to his birthday party that she would usually go years. She brought him one year. She said, he said, brought that dude. She said Joe Budden was saying it appeared he knew that she loved him, that whatever his name is, but it appeared that according to Joe Budden that the guy did have some strong feelings for her. He said appeared, but he doesn't say
he did or didn't.
That he did. But she could tell absolutely that she was in love with him, head over heels.
Right. So why would you go to Africa with a man you're head over heels in love with, and then?
I could only suspect that, that's just part of the journey of the course. What's that thing like? You got to play Jumanji to the very end. And she got stuck in the game.
Or maybe, do you think that she might have had some mental illness where she actually would do this to herself?
I'm not going to say that unless divesting is a mental illness.
What are your thoughts, Barack?
No, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I never really heard of the guy. I don't know nothing about him. And I think he had something to do with it. I mean, it's just too strange to me. Another country, but I don't know if they're going to be able to prove it. And if they do prove it, what are the laws over there? Is it the death penalty? I don't know.
Also, when she was found hung in a small closet on a closet door.
That's white. That's like white logic to me.
So I want y'all to think about, again, the white logic and the pathology of all this. I mean, just think about what in your mind, what type of kinky game does someone play where you put yourself you get strapped, suspended to the back of a closet door?
None.
Yeah. I don't know that kink. I mean, I haven't come across it. I have references of things, but I don't. That's not erotic asphyxiation, exactly. But I don't know. So when it comes down to the kinky sex play, I think that should be dismissed. Like, nah, this is crime of passion or suicide, or excuse me, unalive.
When they say that his fiance is in custody and his passport been taken by the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because just by the word hanging, that's white people shit. I hate to say it like that, but at least in America, that's not something we normally do. A woman, when she's gonna commit suicide, she cut her wrists, she'll take pills. That's more in American culture. That's more of a white thing, hanging something. You almost never hear of a black person hanging themselves.
Right.
So that's why, to me, I think he has something to do with it. From the outside looking in, I could be wrong because I'm not there, but that's what it looks like. In American culture, that's more of a white thing than a black thing.
And so, just like how you seen her pick her up, she's light as a feather, essentially. So yeah, you could pick someone up and put them on you could suspend them as well. Put them in put them on that hook.
Yeah. Yep. That's just my beliefs. I believe that I personally believe that
he gonna need a lawyer.
He definitely yeah.
He gonna need more than a Tanzanian. He gonna need a dream team.
But I don't know if they're. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what their laws are because that's a different country. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that plays out. It's a whole different country. So.
Before you play another video, DJ Genesis, just if anyone can remember, Tanzania, out of all those countries in Africa, they have a unique culture when it comes down to even like the albinos. When you find the albinos out there, it's on site, because in their ancestral practice, albino, making sacrifice of an albino, that brings them good luck. And so there's lots of albinos in Tanzania, but they are like protected class, but they're walking around sometimes with hack limbs, unfortunately. So if that's the culture out there, what do you think some money would do to get you out of prison?
You might, well, like I said, it's a different country. Are you showing another video? Genesis, you showing another video?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that he, like I said, he's in another country, so their laws might be different. So he might have looked at it like that too. And like I said, if you know the laws in other countries, you might be able to get away with stuff that you can't get away with here. Or he got money, he might pay his way out of it. I don't know, because like I said, it's strange to me that the girl's family said that they can't reach him or any of his family. You know. So
the mom put her up to this stuff. And the one thing I'm gonna say before you start this video, fellas in the States, we used to have a lot of unks or out on the street. If we walking on the wrong, if our lady who we walking around with, or we just met, whether she's our friend or not, she walking on the roadside, uncle would be, hey, no, she need to be on the curbside. You on the roadside, like they would give us a little game and stuff like that. But now it appears that only the sisterhood is lacing up the young ladies with game and lots of game all together. And her mom is part of that situation. Her mom put that spark and wound her up, put that battery in her back to be how she is. That's facts. Her mom got multiple kids by this caveman. She says it on her Twitter. She learned it from her mama.
All right, so let's play this a little bit. That's okay. Well, her mom has a white husband, so let's go.
In South Jersey, and now her death in Zanzibar is making headlines across the world. Well, today we spoke to her family in Delaware, who say they aren't getting answers from her fiance or officials in Tanzania about what happened to her.
Uncertainty, mystery, anger, sadness. It's like a part of me has been taken away.
On April 5th, influencer Ashlee Robinson, who goes by Ashlee Jenae on social media, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
We believe that they were in love. We believe that their relationship was genuine.
Ashlee's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashlee called, saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashlee did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later.
Listen, are y'all paying attention to this? He reached out to the parents after. Y'all, this don't make sense. So this had happened 11 hours prior. So that's like the next day. And he reaches out to the parents, but the parents say that he makes it seem like everything is okay. But then this girl passes away. Now, if she's in the hospital, they're going to tell you if this is life threatening. How do you tell the parents that, oh yeah, you know, this happened 11 hours ago, but she's going to be okay, and then ultimately she passes away? Well, the parents are saying, since she passed away, where is the fiance? Like, they have not spoken to the fiance at all. This is crazy.
The luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashlee passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashlee had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, quote, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashlee was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about.
And the family, as you just heard, they are just desperate for information. They tell us that they are requesting surveillance footage from the resort. They also say that they have contacted police, the consulate, and embassy, and have not heard back. No Action News, we also tried to contact Ashlee's fiance, and we also did not get a response. The family says their next steps are going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get answers.
Wow.
Okay,
This is crazy.
No, did you hear what they said? There's a difference between strangulation and suffocation.
Yeah.
Strangulation is just like the neck. Suffocation is like covering the face.
Yeah.
So that, to me, that according to what I just heard, and I heard that in social media, I believe the man did it.
Yeah. And listen, more to come. I don't like covering stuff like this. You know, it's morbid, it's sad.
When I'm watching you, I got Vicky Dillard, another YouTuber. She's on my TV, but in a few minutes I gotta step out. I turn you on because you allow people to come up and give their opinion. It's a few people on right now, but the two closest to the stuff I listen to is you and Vicky Dillard. So I turned on that. Chaotic Truth is on right now, but I turned him off. So I listen, depending on the topic. You know, but you're good with letting your people. Even though the other day when you had Fatty or whatever it was, it wasn't letting me cam up. You remember that day?
Yeah, you were trying to come up, right? It wouldn't let you.
It wouldn't let me come up. I mean, if people was popping in and out, so I don't know if I was doing something wrong or if it was overcrowded.
Oh, so what did you think of the show with Me and the Pie?
What that show?
Yeah, the Pie. You were up there on the Pie show.
Oh, which? Oh, I'm trying to think.
With my friend, with our friend Scam Chan.
Oh, with the women.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had to, because I feel like society as a whole, black women are being attacked, and a lot of black men are not standing up for them. I mean, I think we as a whole should stand up for women in general, but I don't think this is just my opinion. I think black women. For example, Angel Reese, Michelle Obama, Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett, just to name a few, they're attacked more than anybody else, and a lot of people don't stand up for them.
Well, I think that you had missed when Scam Chan went up there and talked about his child and how
who?
You know, I think when you got up there, you had missed the part where Scam Chan was talking about his wife and how he was taking care of the kids. And one of the kids like spit in his face, and it was crazy. You were up there, but I don't know if did you get to hear it?
Yeah, but my thing was the only person that stuck up. I forget the what's that football player's name? He was going at Angel Reese, and Shaq told him on the live, if you talk about her like that, I mean, you could talk about her in a way like sports, but if you take personal shots, I'll come up to your studio and punch you in your face. I forgot that football player's name, but I don't condone violence. But after Shaq did that,
probably Mike Vick.
No, it wasn't Michael Vick. It was the one that was the quarterback, but he was a bust. The one that played for DC. Was it Washington? No, not or was it I forget that team he played for, the Redskins. I forget his name. He got a white wife, and he was standing up there with white, and he was badgering Angel Reese. To me, it wasn't. It was a little bit more than. It was a little bit more than sports.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? He was a buck.
RG3 or whatever.
RG3. I'm bad with names, man. I'm bad with names, but RG3.
I'm not even. I don't watch that sissy football league, but I remember the situation.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah, he was like to me, if you're gonna go at somebody, like don't go at a female, if you're not a fan of hers, I understand all of that, but don't go at a female the way he was going at her, and you know, and he was kind of like making black women look derogatory a little bit, standing up there with his white wife. So I had a problem with him with that, but I shout out. I like Shaq anyway personally, but shout out to Shaq. Said, listen, if you're gonna come at the girl again like that, because now you're taking it a little bit too far, I'm gonna come up to your studio and I'm gonna bash your face in and see what you do. You know, come at me like that. I
do have some snippets of the Fatty Show that I did get some permission. If you guys want to discuss it,
I saw it.
I'm getting ready. I wanted to say that I'm getting ready to step out.
I'm saying later on I can bring it back up.
Yeah. I'll discuss it if you bring it up.
It don't have to be done right now, but I'm saying we can come because I gotta go pick up my daughter in like 10 minutes. Yeah, but I can come back about 30 to 40 minutes and we can like bring up the Fatty stuff and some of the things that were said on that panel and we can talk about it if you guys are interested. I can do it.
I think it's time to have a intervention with your channels, and you guys should find some cohesion on exactly how to make this work, what you guys are trying to do, going back and forth. It's very simple. It's simple. The man in the high castle thinks that you can do that, and but it shouldn't be temporary.
Right. Well, I will come back in about 45 minutes, and I will come back, and we will discuss some of the things discussed in the Fatty Show. But I have to get my daughter. I'm sorry, I'm eating some. I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, I gotta.
Everybody thinks I'm like so fat because I eat a lot, and I'm just eating popcorn right now. But
get your ACs ready, y'all. It's about to get hot.
All right, so what's that?
All right.
40 minutes from now, we will come back and do that. So, all right,
I'll catch you up.
All right, peace.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah, yeah, yeah. See if you believe in the God in you.